The General Hospital recap features Carly Spencer refusing to budge when it comes to Minna. In this episode, Carly heard Minna out and didn't care what she had to say. Sasha at least had a successful time on live TV thanks to Cody. Gladys was alarmed to hear Selena's request and Sasha's decision. Robert asked Anna for advice while Holly and Diane had a friendly chat. And finally, Felicia gave Alexis some food for thought. Now let's dig a little deeper into the details. Minna, Cynthia Watrous, showed up at Carly's Laura Wright back door because Carly called her over to finish their conversation from the hospital halls. Although she had her usual angry pout on her face, Carly agreed to hear what Nina had to say. So Nina launched into an apology to the woman who still never apologized to her for keeping both of Nina's daughters' identities from her. Carly listened as Nina explained her fears of losing Willow, Caitlin McMullen, and how they have been influencing her actions of late. She even told Carly she was wrong to blame her for the state of her relationship with Willow. Carly didn't want to accept Nina's apology, and the most unself-aware character on soaps wondered if Nina needed a blue ribbon for self-awareness. Nina was at first thrilled when Carly said she would help her relationship with Willow, but then Carly explained she would not advocate for her. She wouldn't stand in Willow's way if she wanted to one day have a relationship with Minna. Finally, Carly told an upset Nina that she could improve her relationship with Willow if she didn't stop pushing Willow's boundaries, something that Nina has not done of late at all. In fact, she has been respecting Willow's wishes no matter how much they hurt. Sasha, Sophia Matson, did her best to keep her cool during her home and heart segment, but the baby crying in her earpiece made it hard. The producers asked for the stage manager to make the crying louder, but Cody, Josh Kelly, showed up and warned them if they didn't cut the sound, he would start streaking. To show he was serious, he began taking off his clothes so the sound was cut and Sasha was able to go on with the show. As she promoted Deception's Deceptor, Sasha began suspecting that Haven de Havilland, Morgan Fairchild, was trying to sabotage her but performed her job as spokeswoman with finesse. After the segment, Flora Garden's Susan Batten was outraged to hear what Haven did to Sasha's earpiece and let her know it in no uncertain terms. As for Sasha, she explained what happened to Brooke Lynn, Amanda Seton, and Lucy Lynn Herring, and how she knew she wasn't hearing things, so she was able to do her duty as promised. While Lucy went on and on praising Sasha, Brooke Lynn spotted Cody trying to make a run for it and went after him. She knew that it was Cody who helped end the crying baby in Sasha's earpiece, but Cody turned down BLQ's invitation to join the Deception ladies for a drink. Sasha was later thrilled when Lucy offered her the opportunity to be Deceptor's spokesperson. Back at the TV studio, Cody threatened Haven, and she wasn't sure if she should take him seriously. At the Savoy, Gladys, Bonnie Burrows, wondered how she would ever pay Selena back all the lost poker money, so Selena had a suggestion. Once they were in a private area, Selena told Gladys she wanted her to be a spy inside Sunny's Maurice Bernard organization. Gladys wasn't sure what to do, but she definitely wasn't happy when she soon heard Sasha talk about ending her conservatorship. Anna, Finola Hughes, defended her decision to risk it all to bring down Victor, Charles Shaughnessy, and save Valentine, James Patrick Stewart, but Robert, Tristan Rogers, still didn't buy her explanation and was angry at her for not thinking of Robin and her grandchildren. Anna rightly pointed out that Robert would have done the exact same thing. This prompted Robert to admit that Holly seems to want him, but he also now has feelings for Deanne. Robert needed Anna's advice, so she did her best to tell him something sensible. She pointed out that at least he would never have to prosecute Diane, Carolyn Hennessy, for anything, unlike Holly, Emma Sams, a woman who likes to steal things. Anna was just surprised that Robert couldn't make up his mind on his own. She laid out the good points of each woman, which left Robert more torn and confused than ever. At least this got him to leave, which made both Anna and Valentine, James Patrick Stewart, very happy. Deanne met up with Alexis, Nancy Lee Gran, at the Savoy just as Holly arrived to have a drink with Felicia, Christina Wagner. Both sets of friends had a talk, and Robert was the subject at two different tables. Holly wasn't sure Robert wanted her in Port Charles, and Diane admitted that she told Robert not to call her until he figured out his feelings for Holly. Things got more complicated when Holly decided to join them. Alexis and Felicia left Holly and Diane alone for a bit as they laid their cards on the table regarding Robert. Diane reiterated that she will not compete with another woman for a man's affection, while Holly admitted she still has strong feelings for Robert. By the end of the conversation, Holly had stated she knew she and Robert could work this time, and Diane wondered if Holly was getting ahead of herself. At the bar, Alexis and Felicia had a conversation about Alexis's career at the Invader, and Alexis admitted there was more news that needed to be reported than is making it into print. She was doing way too much administrative work, and Felicia tried to encourage her. When Felicia walked away, Alexis clearly had a new idea in her head. General Hospital spoilers revealed tempting offers, big secrets, major decisions, and so much more. You won't want to miss a moment of this intriguing new episode. Trina, Tabyana Ali, has finally decided to take that DNA test and discusses the whole thing with Spencer, Nicholas Alexander Chavez. It's the first time they are alone together since Greenland, and they are flirty and playful with one another despite the serious subject matter. Curtis, Donald Turner, is just as concerned with the results of the test as Trina is, and somehow Selena, Lydia Look, knows this test is about to take place. She offers to have the results turn out to be anything that Curtis's little heart desires. We know that Curtis would love it if Trina is biologically his, but will he take Selena up on her offer? And what does she want in return? Meanwhile, Portia, Brooke Kerr, might be thrilled that Trina is safely back in Port Charles, but she is not thrilled that her daughter refuses to stay away from Spencer. Portia believes all of Trina's problems in life stem from her feelings for Spencer and is not sure what to do about it. What's a mom to do than go to another mom who also loves Trina fiercely? When Portia seeks out Ava, Maura West, what advice would Trina's other mother figure give her? Ava knows Spencer and life with the Cassabanes much better than Portia does and may be able to calm her down, or make her worry even more. Asm, Avery Kristen Pohl, might be at a crossroads in her amnesiac life. She has big baby Ace back in her arms, but her life is now stagnant as she lives with Laura and Spencer, and has no real direction. It looks like Esm has some choices to make about her future as she ponders her options and asks Laura, Jenny Francis, when she gets to live her life on her own terms. Dante, Dominic Zamprogna, is carrying a big secret he is not sure what to do with. He knows that Mac, John J. York, is Cody's Josh Kelly, father, and wishes that Cody would just tell Mac the truth already, but he also realizes that Cody has some bigger fish to fry at the moment. He has to beat this stolen bracelet charge. To that end, Dante reaches out to Mac to discuss all things Cody. After all, Mac was the one who arrested Cody when Blades, Bonnie Burroughs, accused him of stealing the bracelet. Both Dante and Sam, Kelly Monaco, think this is much more than just an open and shut case. Mac also has an encounter with Diane and asks how Robert, Tristan Rogers, is doing. She tells him that he should just ask his brother. As for Diane's new frenemy, Holly, Emma Sams, she visits someone and is in desperate need of help. Honesty isn't just the best policy when General Hospital castmates Maurice Bernard and Chad Duell get together for an episode of the former's State of Mind, it's the only policy. So when the latter recently sat down with the former, not even Duell's past relationship with former co-star Kristen Alderson, ex-star/Kiki, was off limits. Bringing up the subject, Bernard mentioned that he had had the one life to live alum as a guest less than a month earlier. She told him that when she informed Duell that she wasn't happy and was going to move back east, he basically told her to go. As Alderson put it, Chad kinda knew it was coming. He was so understanding, more so than he needed to be, 'cause I know how much it hurt him. That's far in the past, Duell said during the May 7 edition of State of Mind. All I can say about that situation is I hope she feels that decisions she made were what's best for her and that she's genuinely happy. Quite the philosopher, the Emmy winner is able to learn from his history in a way that informs his future. I have plenty of journeys that sometimes can scar you and change you as a person, he said, but amongst all that tangled web of mess, there's a breakthrough at the end of it, of growth. It's just hard to see at times. It's like a rope that's so tangled up with cluttered crap from their past. The work, he concluded, is untangling that stuff and allowing it to change you for the better.